Welcome to Haunt Weekly.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this is Haunt Weekly. Whoa. This is Haunt Weekly, a weekly podcast for the haunted attraction and haunted entertainment industry. Woo, in the gutter early. That's a record for us.
Yeah.
Didn't get past a little growl. Whether you're an actor, owner, or just plain aficionado, we aim to be a podcast for you. And we return to you again. Happy Monday, everyone. Getting near the end of July. Hope the doldrums of summer have fared you well. Your haunt work is going swimmingly. And you're not dying in the hottest summer on record.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Or there was the hottest June. I think it's going to be the hottest, it would be great if it was the hottest July of all time. But it'll be the hottest, which is much less good.
Yes.
But yes, indeed. So if it is indeed too hot for you, spend the hour, cool down with us. We will talk you through today. And today we're talking about gift shops.
Yay!
Wait, is that right? Who the hell suggested? Oh, wait, someone did. Someone actually suggested this. No, but it's actually a great topic, and I've been looking, and whenever it was proposed, it was like, we thought we had done it.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we'll just give them the episode, and then realized we hadn't.
No, we've mentioned it a couple of times.
Mentioned it a few times. But anyways, more on that in just 1 minute. This is Haunt Weekly. As we know, you can find us at hauntweekly.com, Haunt Weekly on Twitter and Facebook. YouTube.com/Haunt Weekly is our YouTube channel. We're also on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, anywhere podcasts are distributed. They seem to all have us just fine. Mm-hmm. But like I said, we've got I think a very good episode this week. I'm actually very excited about this one because I get to bring some of my marketing background to bear again.
Yeah.
And
always nice when you can use that college degree.
Well, actually, it didn't cost me anything because...
I know, but still.
It cost me 4 years of my fucking life. I guess that's got to mean something.
Well, time equals money and all that.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, so I'm going to bring that to bear, and we're actually going to talk about something a lot of haunts kind of, gloss over. Maybe we'll convince you not to do that. Maybe. I really hope we do, because I think we've got a very ambitious goal this year with this podcast of trying to elevate some haunts gift shops.
Yeah.
But first things first, it's conference reminders. It is an even episode 190. It means I get to kick it off this week.
You do.
So, kicking it off right, coming up July 27th. That's this weekend, folks, just in case you didn't know how time works. In Mount Carroll, Illinois, it's the Haunter Horde Gathering at the Mount Carroll Bowling Center. We'll be touring Raven's Grin Inn. We'll also have an auction for Scares That Care and Don't Be a Monster. Admission is $5 and comes with free pizza, and you get to go to the auction, meet and greet people and all that stuff. They do have a cash bar, so bring money to buy your booze. You're going to want that. And also, there's a tour of Raven's Grin Inn for $15. You can tour this legendary haunt with other haunters. I can't fathom anything greater. HaunterHorde.com. That's Haunter, like Haunter, Horde, HORDE.com for more details. Okay,
then also July 27th, it's the New England Haunt Show in Stratford, Connecticut at Fright Haven. It features tour of Fright Haven and other area haunts. Also has several classes. Tickets are available for $25. NewEnglandHauntsShow.com.
Also, that same weekend, it is the Texas Haunters Convention in Mesquite, Texas at the Mesquite Convention Center. That's July 27th through the 28th. 2 days. Ha-ha. Mm-hmm. Feature celebrity guest, a meet and greet, a costume ball. We'll also be touring Dark Hour Haunted House for the Dog Days of Summer show and a backstage tour, TexasHauntersConvention.com for more information.
Finally, a new week, August 3rd through the 4th, it's Midsummer Scream in Long Beach, California. At the Long Beach Convention Center, it features dozens of on-site haunted attractions and experiences, a Hall of Shadows dark zone, as well as a Screaming Room film festival, a fashion show, and live theatrical performances. MidsummerScream.org for more info.
All right. After that, August 6th through the 8th, it's the Room Escape Conference and Tour in Nashville, Tennessee at the Music City Center. Tours include Extreme Escape Games, San Antonio Panic Room, which I don't know why the San Antonio Panic Room's in Nashville. Oh well,
That's a good question.
Premier Escape Rooms, Extreme Escape, Perplexium, The Escape Game, Lockout Austin, and 15 Locks. I'm wondering if they never updated the blah 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 the rooms from the previous time.
I don't know.
Regardless, go to roomescapeshow.com for more information and look up probably an updated schedule and find out when you go. Because the way this conference works, there's 2 circuits you can go on. You can go like an A circuit or a B circuit. Pick which one you want to go on. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, August 23rd through the 25th, it is CreepyCon Halloween and Horror Convention in Knoxville, Tennessee. It'll be at Jacobs Building. It features workshops, exhibitors, and a zombie beauty contest. CreepyConKnoxville.com for more info.
Then, September 6th through the 8th in Indianapolis, Indiana, it's MaskFest / Horror Hound Film Festival at the Indiana Convention Center. Features mask makers and makeup artists of all types, tutorials, trial-ons, all that stuff. MaskFest.com for more detail. Try not to get sick. It's getting close to season.
Okay, September 28th through the 29th, it's Scary Dad's Haunted Halloween Show Part 3 in Houston, Texas. It'll be at the Crown Plaza Hotel Houston Galleria. Tons of vendors. Limited vendor spots are still available, though, if you're looking to go and sell stuff. Tickets are just $10. Hosted by Scary Dad Podcast. NightmareRetreat.com is for more info.
Yeah, when you look at the domain, it's really rough because it looks like Nightmare Retreat.
Yeah.
And like
and of course, my brain wants to fill in Nightmare Street, and I have to stop it from doing that.
Yes, I can get that. That also makes sense. But yes, nightmareretreat.com. All right, before we begin this week's episode, have a tiny bit of housekeeping.
Yes.
By the time you're probably hearing this, we are on our way to Galveston, Texas.
Yes.
We will be visiting Mayfield Manor. Hopefully, we're going to get an episode out of this. More on that next week.
Right, obviously.
I'm very excited about that. Hopefully, we're going to have a great interview out of that. This is a very, very abrupt trip. We're only going to be there pretty much all day Tuesday.
Yeah.
And 2/3 of the day Wednesday from the looks of it.
Right, exactly.
We have a very hard, be back in New Orleans by 1 p.m., on Thursday.
Right.
Which means it's about a 6-hour-ish drive, give or take.
Yeah.
So we need to ideally leave Wednesday evening at the very latest.
Yeah.
Because we're old and we don't like driving super long at night.
No, I'm very bad at it.
We used to be much better at it. Back when we were young pups, nubile young studs of the world we would do such things like drive 19 hours to Key West But we're not about that life no more.
No.
No, we're homebodies now. We're home hot bodies now.
No.
Haha. But yes, anyways, if you are in the Houston or Galveston area and wish to say hi and it works out, please drop us a message, Haunt Weekly on Twitter, Haunt Weekly on Facebook. We also have a contact form at hauntweekly.com. Get in touch with us like ASAP. Looks like our Tuesday evening is pretty open.
Yeah.
After about 8 p.m.
Yeah, what we're planning on doing ends at 8, so we should be good to hang out after that. Yeah,
this trip came about really suddenly. Usually we like to give you guys a few weeks warning.
Yeah.
And it's not our fault.
No.
Long and story short, I'll try to keep it simple. You have vacation time.
Yes.
You have to spend.
Exactly. I have 4 days.
Use it or lose it. And you weren't supposed to have 4 days.
I wasn't.
You were supposed to have 1 day by the end of this week.
0. Well, yeah, that's true.
You're supposed to have 1.
Yeah.
But first, a hurricane came.
Right.
And so 2 of the days you had already scheduled off, you got back.
Yeah.
And then 2 of the days you had planned to take off.
Yeah.
Suddenly you couldn't take off because you were booked for training.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically we found out Thursday of last week.
Thursday night.
That, you have all this time you have to take.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, well then this cockamamie plan's going to have to come together.
Exactly. Basically Friday I sent you a message in the morning saying I want to go to Galveston next week.
So
here we are.
You're not knowing it that long after I did.
Yeah.
To be very clear about, don't feel left out. That's what I'm trying to say.
It could have been planned a little bit better.
It could have been planned a lot better. But like I said, the hurricane and other things kind of, because we were saving up the vacation time for something else that didn't happen due to personal reasons we're not going to jump into.
Yeah.
But that's not our fault. So then it's like, okay, you'll break up your vacation time over the month of July. We'll do a little extra haunt work, maybe some day drinking.
Yeah.
And that'll be the end of that. And then all of a sudden, like, nature threw a monkey wrench in that.
Exactly.
It's like, fuck you, no, you can't take vacation.
Yeah.
I mean, all right, now halfway expect the school to explode while we're gone and you get that week back.
Well, and if that happens, it would be too late because my vacation doesn't roll over, so I have to take it by August 1st.
Yeah, when your fiscal-ish year thing starts.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, if you are in the Houston and Galveston area and you're able to do that Tuesday night or, like I said, Wednesday day, let us know when works for you and we'll try to meet up. This trip comes at a pretty awkward time for us.
Yeah.
It's financially included. It's not an ideal time in any respect. So don't expect, us to take you for a Roaring 20s party, but we'll hang out, we'll do something fun.
Yeah. I saw that there is a rum bar near the hotel.
Well, you see, that sounds like me.
Exactly.
All right. So, yeah, Houston, Galveston, Tuesday, Wednesday. You got it now.
Yep.
All right. So this topic was actually suggested to us by Roberta McCllen. Mm-hmm. I think that's how you say it. Never actually tried to say it out loud.
Sorry.
Apologize if I just totally butchered your name. Feel free to correct me.
Yes.
in the comments on this. She suggested this. We are doing her an injustice because of the trip and everything we've had to put into it over the past couple of days. I've not had the time I wanted to properly research everything.
Right.
Spent a couple hours today, got a lot done.
Yeah.
But I had more I wanted to look up, so we may come back to this with some other research and other advice.
Yeah.
Because this is a very, very research-laden topic, as we're going to get into in a minute.
Surprisingly enough.
Surprisingly so, yes. So yeah, don't necessarily believe this episode is the final word.
Yeah.
And I think this is an especially good one to put a call out for your experiences, because every merch booth or gift shop is different.
Yes, it is.
So let us know your experiences and how what we're saying jives or doesn't jive. If we're totally wrong and everything I've looked up and is horse crap, I need to know.
Yeah, and this is as haunt owners or as customers.
Yes.
Because if you are a customer to haunts and you're not seeing what you want in their gift shops or merch booths, let us know.
Yeah. Now, like I said, we did touch on this briefly in episode 138. That was Haunt Microtransactions. Mm-hmm. There we were focused on small merch items and food.
Yeah.
Which we're going to come back over a little bit here, but that was primarily that. But now we're talking more about the gift shop and so forth more thoroughly. Mm-hmm. And I want to start it off with talking about the difference between a gift shop and a merch booth or a merch shop.
Right, yeah.
Because it's a pretty significant difference I think is lost on a lot of haunters.
Yeah. Yeah, until it was written out. I didn't understand how different it was, but yes, that's exactly...
It's a point worth making, I think.
Yeah, yes, it's a determination of phrases and words to use.
Basically, a gift shop sells gifts.
Yes.
I know, right? It's like fucking obvious when you say it like that.
It is.
But they're meant to sell gifts. They're meant to sell things that are either intended to be given to others. The person buying it intends to give it to someone else. Mm-hmm. Or it is going to have some kind of special significance to the buyer. It's a gift to themselves.
Yes.
A merch booth sells merchandise. And in the case of a haunt, that's almost exclusively stuff with your logo or your name.
Yeah.
So if you've got a booth where you sell a bunch of t-shirts and hats with your logo and nothing else, you got a merch booth.
Yep.
If you've got a place where you sell maybe some of that, but also sell other things, you have a gift shop. Mm-hmm. And one thing I believe is, the idea here basically is a gift shop can sell merch.
Yeah.
But a merch booth does not sell gifts.
Exactly.
It's a rectangle square thing going on here. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and one of the goals of this episode is to get haunts away from the mindset of we need a merch booth.
Right.
You need a gift shop.
Yeah.
Just trust me on this.
Yeah.
You need a gift shop.
Well, we should go into some of the reasons why.
We will. And the first thing is, though, we're going to talk about the Well, it started out as 4, but like the Spanish Inquisition, I kept coming up with more reasons. As I was writing, it's now the 6 rules for a successful gift shop.
Okay.
Number A, because the way our list works sucks. Google Docs is not your friend all the time.
Not with this specific issue, no.
No, not with this issue. It must be available after the exit.
Yes.
How many haunts have we been to where there was a merch shop or a gift shop or a merch booth or whatever that was, well, very accessible as we tried to get in, was horribly inaccessible after the exit?
Lots.
The worst, I think, culprit I can recall was Terror on the Coast.
Exactly.
There was a actually pretty kick-ass looking merch booth. It was truly a merch booth.
Yeah, it was a merch booth, but I don't know for sure because we didn't get to go over to it because we were too busy getting into the long line.
Yeah.
And then...
It looked kick-ass. It looked like it had a lot of neat stuff. And when you exit the haunt, you're in a different zip code.
Yep.
And you're lucky if you can find the parking lot, at least the year we went. But anyways, it must be easily accessible after the exit.
Yeah.
The most successful gift shops and merch booths all do the same thing. They all are basically right on the exit line. Now, it helps if it's also available on the entrance, too.
Right.
Because one thing you're going to find a lot of customers do is they might scout on the way in.
Yeah.
Peruse, eyeball, window shop. And then they might buy on the way out. Why? No one wants to carry your crap and they're going through a haunt.
No.
Who's going to buy that breakable mug?
Yes.
And then carry it through a 20-minute haunt or whatever.
They'll be so worried about not breaking their precious mug that they're not going to be able to get scared.
Yeah.
Or enjoy it.
You know, the old joke about exit through the gift shop exists for a reason.
Yeah.
You really, really need to make sure that gift shop is, and ideally it should be the first thing they see when they leave. When they hit that exit, boom, they know they're in safety. Eyes up should be on the gift shop.
Yeah.
That's the ideal.
Yeah.
Now, depending on your layout, that may not be possible, may not be feasible, but that's the ideal. Shoot for as close to that as you can get. Mm-hmm. Number B. Now it's just a joke.
I know.
It must be clearly marked and easy to see. Go back to 187. We talked about signage. Mm-hmm. But yeah, don't let no matter where it has to be, and I can understand if it has to be at imperfect places.
Yeah.
No matter where it is, make sure that people aren't guessing on where to find it.
Right.
If I want to see your gift shop, don't make me wander around to figure out where it is or ask someone.
Yeah, no,
had that happen.
we have. I was just remembering also that Atlanta haunt that had the gift shop in the middle of the haunt.
Oh God, yeah,
it was
I remember.
So weird.
I can't remember. Was it paranoia?
I'll
have to go back to the notes. I know which one you're talking about though. But yeah, they had. It was not in the exact middle. Was it like at the 3/4 mark?
Yeah. It's like you get to the gift shop and
well,
then
you get to there's a
haunt.
photo op area.
Right.
Then there was a gift shop.
Yeah.
And then there's more haunt.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
No.
We didn't buy anything.
No.
And we buy something from damn near every gift shop.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah. We try to
like,
give more
when
than
we were in
just
Chicago
tickets.
on the Lost Souls tour, we collected something from every haunt we could find the gift shop for.
Yeah, and we mailed ourselves back a box of stuff.
Yeah, we literally could not. Well, to be fair, we were flying Spirit Airlines.
Yeah.
We didn't have to buy that much to not be able to bring it on the plane. But yeah, we shipped it back. Number C. A walk-through gift shop is better than like the concession stand or like conference booth thing.
Or like fireworks stand.
Yeah, exactly. Fireworks stands and the reason for that is simple. Customers get psychologically attached to things that they can touch, they can pick up, they can hold.
Yep.
And it lets them see so much more. Mm-hmm. In the same amount of space, if a customer can walk around an area, you can have much greater variety of merchandise in a walkthrough than you can in something where they have to walk up and only see a wall's worth.
Right. Exactly.
Because you're moving into a third dimension.
Yeah.
Seems obvious.
It does.
But yeah, But the main reason is because customers get attached to things that they can touch.
Yeah.
They pick up and hold that shirt up to themselves. They're much more likely to be interested in it than if they see it on a wall behind the person and have to ask. And that's the other thing, is that approach puts a barrier between the customer and what they want to buy. That barrier is they have to ask for help to simply see it.
Right.
Yes, the concession stand variety may reduce theft, but it adds that increased overhead to customers. You will sell less merch that way.
Yeah, there are some people who will refuse to talk to anyone who's selling stuff.
Yeah, it turns out there's a lot of socially awkward people that go to haunted houses.
Yeah.
That's just a warning for you. Number D. Have a wide variety of things. We're getting into more details on this one soon. Mm-hmm. But the main thing you want to focus on with a gift shop is to make sure you have a wide variety of prices and a wide variety of items.
Yep.
If I come to your gift shop and I have the last dollar I have as a human being, and I want to give it to you, you should have a way to take it from me.
Yes.
I don't care if it's an eraser.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a keychain. You should have a way to take it from me. And if I'm there and I'm Mr. Senior Moneybags and I want to drop $100
or
more, I should have a way to do that without having to clean out the entire gift shop.
Yeah, exactly.
So have a wide variety to take every kind of customer that is going to walk, hopefully, through or up to your shop.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, that's kind of what you should be doing if you're trying to sell anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should always have a low buy-in.
Yeah.
And then a something that you can sell up to.
Yeah.
Upselling is important.
Yeah.
But you can't upsell if you don't have a floor.
Exactly. On my tables, I have things that are $2 all the way up to $125.
Yeah. Whenever you're doing the headdresses. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you get people there. They might come there for the $2 item, but then you can point out, well, for a few bucks more, you got this.
Yeah.
It's how the movie theater always gets me to buy a large popcorn and a giant soda, and
yeah, exactly.
Sends me off with more food than can be humanly consumed in the time that I have during the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, and the other thing is not everyone wants a t-shirt.
No.
A variety of types of things is important too. I mean, at the very least, if you're just going to have the merch booth, have hats, have wristlets, have socks, have other things that are mugs, whatever else. Have a variety of things, because maybe that person is like us and has every haunt t-shirt ever conceived of that they've ever been to, and don't want another. I mean, I always want another, but
Yeah.
I always want another, but other people might not have that problem.
Right.
So just try to have someone for everyone, and that means casting a wide net. Number E. Make it super easy to pay.
Yes, please.
There are too many gift shops that are cash only at haunts.
Yeah.
Seriously, take credit card.
Yep.
This is low hanging fruit here, guys. I'll repeat the information I gave previously. I think I did it in like the online one or
right
about haunt ticketing. 76% of people carry less than $50 in their pocket. 23% carry less than 10. Basically the way you look at that is when people come to your haunt, if you don't accept credit cards, you should know immediately you have eliminated 1/4 of people from making any kind of sizable purchase, and you've eliminated all but 1/4 of people, from making very higher end purchases or very large purchases.
Yeah.
So you don't want to. You don't want to you want to separate people from their money, not separate money from the people. I forgot where that was going. It sounded really great when I started it.
Yeah.
But the idea there is most people do not have $60 in their pocket. So if they want 3 t-shirts, if they want the hoodie and a t-shirt or whatever, and you're cash only, they can't do it. That's just an outright lost sale.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's $60 you've left on the table.
Yep.
All because you didn't take 2 extra minutes to get stripes set up or get squares set up or whatever.
Yeah.
Seriously. And number F, and this is the one I thought of at the last minute, closely monitor your inventory. This is huge. Here's the thing. Square offers free inventory management.
Yeah.
It is great. It is wonderful. And it can pair with Etsy, which we're going to come back to this. Put a pin in that. We're coming back to why I dragged that one out. But seriously, inventory management is super important. Not so much because you can restock and get ahead of what's about to run out.
Right.
The type of stuff you're selling, that may not even be possible. If you didn't order enough of one type of t-shirt,
yeah,
you might be hosed because you've only got 6 selling weeks.
Right.
And some of this stuff takes more time than that. But that being said, knowing what is selling well and what type of things are selling well will help you iterate next year, the year after that. You'll know what items to put on discount. You'll know what items to raise the price on.
Right.
You can make those adjustments completely on the fly. All right. So I know we were going to do the whole try to push people toward having gift shops, but we're going to talk about merch first because merch is still going to be important no matter what. With merch, focus on low to medium cost items with very high margins.
Yep.
Now, okay, everyone wants to find those high margin items. I get it, but that's like the dream of business. But yeah, with this, you want to focus on things that are low to medium cost for customers, but still have a very high margin because these are volume items. You're going to want to sell a lot of these. Clothing is always a safe bet to that end.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why damn near every haunt at least sells t-shirts.
Yeah.
Which you should probably be doing.
You should.
If you're not. I mean, that's literally the least you can do.
Yeah, I would make a request that haunts change out their t-shirts every year because then it feels like a collector item. I can only get it this year.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, here's the thing. I ran a few numbers, pulled a few quotes down. T-shirts, black t-shirts, because of course they got to be black, with one color printing. If you get them in a bulk of greater than about 500, you're looking generally at $5 to $6 per shirt.
Yeah.
It's not bad. You can sometimes find them as cheap as $4 or $3.50, but 5 seems to be a good round number that you can jump off from.
Yeah.
Good starting point to try to get cheaper than that. And that t-shirt, especially if the design is cool, can flip around and be sold for $20 to $25 depending upon your audience. I mean, 20 is a pretty sweet spot for t-shirts right now in 2019.
Yeah.
And some places are able to get away with 2015, especially if you do something like a really cool design, or maybe you upscale a little bit, get full color, maybe get a nicer grade. It only had $1 or $2 per shirt, but it lets you add $5 to the price.
Yeah, and I will tell you that if a haunt has a soft shirt option, that's a little bit more
pricier, yeah,
than the not soft shirt, I'm going to buy the soft shirt because I'll actually wear it.
Yeah, I get that. I do. Here's my advice on this. Order in bulk and order early.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is simple. It takes a lot of time to print. Well, it doesn't take a lot of time to print these shirts. But basically, say you buy 1,000 shirts and you get a deal. It's like $4 a shirt or something like that.
Yeah.
Cool. You paid $4,000 for your shirts, but then you got to pay for shipping. But most bulk t-shirt places, if you're willing to take the slow boat to China shipping, will give you free shipping. If you can't do the slow boat to China, it can cost you over $1,000 just to get it shipped.
Yeah.
So start work on that now, is what I'm saying. And that way you can get the slowest, cheapest shipping and save yourself probably a lot of money. Now, whenever ordering t-shirts in bulk, one of the biggest questions that gets asked is, what sizes do you order?
Right.
This is one of the reasons why you watch your inventory very closely, because your specific haunt, your specific situation is going to vary. But I ended up visiting a whole bunch of t-shirt websites and getting kind of the average of what they said to buy. They said basically buy 5% extra small, 15% small, 25% medium, 25% large, 20% XL, and 10% should be your 2X, 3X, whatever you're going off to. 2X plus basically is 10%. And that breakdown seemed very consistent from site to site. Basically, your medium and your larges combine for about half.
Yeah.
And then it skews heavier on the other side of the bell curve than the lighter side.
Yeah.
That's been fairly consistent, that idea of, like I said, the center of the bell curve is right between medium and large. And then the bell curve's fatter on the larger side. That was a completely insensitive way to put it.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point remains. That's the way it skews. Also, though, while you're there, take a look for alternate clothing. Hats, wristbands, socks, hoodies, bandanas are actually pretty cheap to produce. That could be one of your lower buy-in items. Right. Jackets and hoodies can be higher buy-in items. Ties are actually kind of killer these days, apparently. Et cetera, et cetera. One thing some haunts do offer is underwear.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that, check and make sure it fits your branding.
Yeah, like it works fine at House of Shock.
Haunted Hoochie really goes in on their Haunted Hoochie underwear.
Yeah.
But that's their brand.
Exactly.
That's what they do. That's them. If you're trying to run a more friendly haunted house, you might think it's perfectly innocent to put your name on someone's buttocks or genitals.
Yeah.
But it's not how it's going to be seen by the public.
Right. And I will tell you that from this list, I will often buy hats for my dad because he wears ball caps all the time, and T-shirts for my brother.
Yes.
So.
From this list, from my experience, I will buy, like I said, T-shirts are very good. If a reasonably priced polo ever popped up,
yeah, no kidding,
I would probably snap that up because I love my black polos.
Yes, you do.
So yeah, something to consider there. Basically, though, with this, try to offer, as we talked about earlier, a variety of price points, but $20 to $30 should be your main entry point. That's what you want from the average individual customer.
Yeah.
That's what you're probably looking at. And there is other merch other than clothing, of course, you can provide. Just a random list of things I've seen, both in shops online and we've seen in person. Posters, pin/stationery, stickers, patches, bags, mugs, koozies, various other home decor items, and basically anything you can put your logo on.
Yeah.
You are a business, you are a registered business. You probably get those stupid kitschy catalogs for things you can put your logo on. Maybe once in a while, take a moment and thumb through it.
Yeah.
Just see if there's anything appealing. Basically, though, whenever you're doing it, be focused on trying to get the lower cost and high margin items. Like I said, if an item costs more than about 25 to 30% of what you're intending to ask for it on sale, rethink it.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like an absolutely batshit insane margin. You're talking about a 70% profit margin on a physical item. It's not that crazy.
No.
Now, there are times where that's a bit difficult to do. For example, if you are selling pens.
Right.
If you are going to have pens that are actually worth paying $2 for or whatever, $2.50 for, they're probably going to cost you more than 50 cents a piece to make.
Probably.
But 100 pens at $1 a piece is low risk. So a lower margin is more acceptable.
Yeah.
You've got to think about that risk aspect in this. Meanwhile, with T-shirts, you definitely don't want to go above that, because if a T-shirt, you spend $4,000 on T-shirts and they don't sell, and you've got to mark these down, you've got to think about, where your break-even point is on this.
Yeah.
And your break-even point might be further in the future than you think if you're struggling to move it at the price you're asking for. Because it's one of those things where, in my experience selling any kind of merch, and we do not run a gift shop with our haunt. I've been involved in haunts that had merch booths.
Right. And
the problem is almost always you can never tell if an item is going to sell out like that or if it's going to sit and spin.
Yeah.
Just got to figure it out. That's why you track your inventory, kids. So yeah, the main thing there, like I said, is be thinking about what you can get that fits your brand, meets that margin I was telling you about, and it's something people will likely want. That's what you want for your merch. And that's really about it.
Yeah.
Don't go putting, your logo on fluffy unicorn dolls or whatever unless that'd be actually kind of hilarious. Maybe you should do that. That might be funny enough to do.
Well, I think that also could go into the gift shop side of it.
Yeah. Which is the idea of taking the merch booth and elevating it to a gift shop.
Yes.
This is where you don't just sell items that have your haunt logo or are directly connected with your most direct brand, so to speak. But selling items that, while they definitely complement your brand, are unrelated to you.
Yeah.
And here you can get much, much more expensive. If you are selling stuff with your logo, your customers are going to expect that it doesn't go above a certain price. There's a very hard ceiling for what people are going to pay to advertise your haunt.
Yeah. And remember, they also know who you are because they're there.
Yeah. Yeah, so think of it that way. They are doing it because they love you, not necessarily because they need that t-shirt. Yeah. Almost nobody needs another t-shirt. They're doing it because they love you and support you, but there is an upper limit to that support.
Yeah.
With gifts, that upper limit disappears.
Yeah.
Because now you're selling them cool things that they love because they love the thing.
Exactly.
That's awesome. When you can do that, you can start selling things that are much, much more expensive than what you could. Yeah. And we have seen some very pricey stuff in some haunted house gift shops.
Yeah, I think the most was $350.
Yeah. Is that at Hell's Gate?
At Hell's Gate, yeah.
Yeah.
For a dead thing specimen box.
Yeah, I think I was going to ask you how much that was because I was thinking of that when I was making this. I couldn't remember the price on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sky's the limit, really, with this.
Yeah.
It really and truly is. Once again, you're going to want to offer a wide range of buy-in points. You're not going to want to just do super expensive stuff. But you now have the table. You have everything. You can have something at every price point.
Yeah.
You can go in and you can have stuff that's $2 to $5 for people that, are on, literally that's all they got or all they are comfortable spending. But for your whales, for those wealthy people that fall in love with whatever the hell it is you're offering, you can target them with this.
Yeah.
Mr. Moneybags is not going to come in and, well, most likely not buy $200 worth of random merch.
Right.
But he might spend $350 on a kick-ass specimen box.
Exactly.
Or, this awesome framed, piece of artwork or whatever.
Yeah.
Something like that could very easily sell for that much money or more.
Oh, yeah. The more unique, the more
exactly
we're going to want it.
And that's where you start. The place to begin when trying to find these items, work with local artists.
Yeah.
If you are in anything resembling a city or a town or even close to one, I guarantee you have craft fairs. You have dark art markets going on. You have things like that. Go to them. Meet people. Shake hands. Get cards. Talk to these people that are making this interesting and unique stuff.
Right. Also, oddities markets are good places.
Oh, exactly. Get in touch with these people and basically consider doing it on commission if you can. Now, this is a matter of risk versus reward.
Right.
By doing commission, basically what you're saying is, okay, we're going to host your stuff. If you sell it, we take a cut, usually 15-20%, somewhere in that range. And so that means your profit margin is exactly 15%. But it had no risk.
Right.
So the profit margin is just that, profit margin. The only risk was a little bit of floor space in your gift shop.
Yeah.
You can also buy it and probably greatly increase your profit margin, but you've also increased your risk.
Yeah. I will tell you, every time we have gone to a gift shop that has actual gifts.
Yeah.
What we're talking about, these unique items that I can only get there.
Yeah. We
have always bought a t-shirt for the haunt. And at least 2 other items.
Usually small items, admittedly. We're not whales. We're not whales.
But we do always buy gifts. The more unique, the better.
Yeah. Like from when we're going to talk about them more in a minute. Netherworld, we got the key. And the lock.
Yeah. Yes, we got the key in the lock and the little witch riding the pumpkin.
Yes. Has nothing to do, neither of those things have anything to do with Netherworld.
Nope.
They were just in the gift shop.
Yep. They were actually close to the little buttons and badges and stuff with Netherworld's logo and their t-shirts.
Exactly. But yeah, seriously, connect with local artists, meet people, shake some hands, network a little, and try to get a variety of items from them. They could be paintings, it could be jewelry, it could be knickknacks. The main thing is that you probably want a combination of things meant to hang on a wall, like prints and original art and whatnot, and 3D things.
Yeah, things to display.
Jewelry, like the key in the lock and all that was really interesting. Things like that. You want a combination of those things because that's what your customers are going to be looking for. But yeah, seriously, connect with local artists. You might find something that really just meshes with your brand. Yeah. Like if I had a haunt that had a gift shop locally, I'd be trying to connect like Deadly Dapper. Yeah. Someone like that she has a very unique style of jewelry, the butterfly wings, very creepy, very gothy, but very distinct and very unique. Yeah. And have her put a few items in our shop.
Yeah. In fact, what I would probably do is I would probably hold a monthly artist get together, some kind of art market throughout the year, so that people could come and see different artists throughout the year, and then have a selection from those artists in the gift shop all year round.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a great idea and thing to do, and this is where you get your truly unique items. Like, you're not going to find these anywhere else.
Right, exactly. I mean, the things that I buy, like I have a doll downstairs that we'll talk about in a minute where it came from, but there's not another one like it.
In the world.
There never will be.
Nope. Okay. For more commercial stuff and more mass-produced stuff that's still unique-ish to you, right? My advice is to hit up Alibaba and similar marketplaces. There's a bunch of them. For example, I found necklaces similar to the one I normally wear for $1 a piece. Yeah. But it's a minimum buy-in of $100. Yeah. Okay. I didn't buy one, so I ended up paying, I think, $25 for it. But the point remains, this is something you can usually find things with a relatively low buy-in that you can then turn around for a high margin.
Right. And going back to Netherworld, that's a lot of what their gift shop was. Yeah.
So, once again, and these are things like what everyone fears with these types of markets. Oh, you got to buy 10,000 of everything. Okay, some things you do. That's true. But you can often find things that you only have to buy 50 or 100 of, which is a perfectly reasonable buy-in for a gift shop.
It is.
So it's perfectly doable. I will warn you, watch out for copyright and trademark issues. These sites are not necessarily vetted. Maybe don't get your unlicensed superhero merch there.
No, don't do that.
But it is a great way to get relevant jewelry. Gothy, baddie, dark jewelry is really popular on these sites, and you can find a lot of units that have very low buy-in and are very like $2 a unit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you can turn around and sell it for $30. Yeah. Just saying. This is no-brainer stuff to me. Also, go to the Halloween and Party Expo. It's at HauntCon, coming up in January, here in New Orleans, and then moving to Dallas. But yeah, it's basically part of HauntCon. There's tons of providers that are selling bulk items, and once again, many of them have reasonable buy-ins.
They do.
Yeah, because like to a haunter, to like me, who I only need one of a thing, the buy-in's not good. But if you're trying to sell it in a gift shop at a haunted house, a buy-in of 100 or a buy-in of 50 is perfectly fine.
Yeah, and some of them will even put a buy-in of a dollar amount. Like I was able to buy from the retail vendors with a buy-in of $100. Yeah. Which is not bad
that's next to nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, but seriously, take some time. If you come to HauntCon, roam that side. Don't just stick on the HauntCon side. I know it's tempting. We all love our HauntCon vendors. They're awesome. Yeah. But if you're looking to populate a gift shop, check out the other side.
If you're looking to populate a gift shop with less unique items.
Yes.
Because the HauntCon side has the more unique items that you can order from the smaller vendors.
And one other thing, I just literally had this idea. I have no idea if this is going anywhere or not.
Well, we'll see.
But one thing you could do is inevitably stuff in your haunt is going to break.
Yep.
Someone's going to get scared, break a table or break a lamp or something's going to happen. Consider selling the broken stuff in your gift shop signed by...
Oh, no. I would buy that. Like, if Hell's Gate were ever to auction off those dolls, those would go crazy pants.
Oh, yeah.
From the doll room.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they're ever going to auction those off.
Well, no, but one of the newer ones, not one of the ones that they found when excavating the site, but one of the newer ones that they decorated, they could auction that off or even make new ones.
Yeah. But yeah, long story short though, you want to find things that are not specific to your haunt, they're not carrying your logo, they're not promoting your haunt, but it's also difficult for other people to find elsewhere.
Yeah.
You want this to feel like a once-in-a-lifetime chance, not, just a casual thing. You've got to find a way to strike that balance. It's got to fit with what you're doing. It's got to feel like a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
Nope.
And if you do that, if you hit that chord, they're likely to buy it and they're likely to pay a premium for it. And that's what you want.
Yep. That's how I buy stuff.
Okay, we got a little bit of time. We got about 10 minutes left. So,
All right.
Other advice.
Yeah.
Number A, have an online store.
Yeah.
Seriously, I did a search for haunted house gift shop online or haunted house merch booth online. You know how many I found? One. Even Netherworld doesn't have their store online. They have a page for their store, but it doesn't let you buy anything.
Huh. Interesting.
Haunted Hoochie was the only one that had an online store that seemed to be functioning that I could find. This was like 1 minute of searching, admittedly.
Okay.
I didn't do super research in this part, but basically try to have an online store. Seriously, Etsy.com can be a great place to get started.
Okay, 13th Gate also has a...
It does?
Well, it has a place to buy clothing. Online.
Okay.
And accessories and other stuff.
Okay, so there you go. That's fine. But basically, you need an online side to the store. A, it lets you sell every month of the year.
Yeah.
And B, what if I go there and I see something in the gift shop and I'm like, oh, I want it, but I'm not sure about it. And then I leave and then I wake up the next morning and I regret it.
I've done that.
This is the second chance.
Yeah.
Give them a second chance to get it. It costs next to nothing. And like I said, if you use Etsy, you can tie it into your Square. Your inventory can be controlled super magically that way. It's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's not that much. That said, I would encourage you to have some in-store exclusives.
Yeah. And in fact, I was thinking about this as reading through this. I think that you may lose some sales with an online store.
Okay.
And hear me out. You may gain some new ones too. But if I'm at a place and I say, oh, well, I'm just going to buy it from their online store later, then I forget to buy it later.
Well, one thing to impress, and this is one thing to make very important here, one thing to clue in on, is make sure your online store prices are higher than your in-person store.
Yeah.
And make sure
that's actually very true, and that's something that I do, because my Etsy prices...
Well, Etsy's going to take a goddamn fee.
Yeah, exactly. My Etsy prices are inflated because of the Etsy fees.
Yeah. Your in-person prices should be cheaper.
They are.
Bingo, that's it.
Exactly.
That's the easy way to get around that, and make sure to impress upon that inside the store, that yes, we have an online store, but you will pay more and you will pay shipping.
Yeah.
So if you want something and you have the money, it behooves you to buy now.
Exactly.
So you can counter that.
Yeah.
So also, number B, encourage social media usage in the store.
Yeah.
Now we have we as an industry have a weird relationship with social media. We need and thrive upon it. We want people to check in and say they're here and tell their friends about it. We also don't want people showing fucking walkthroughs of our haunt.
Exactly.
It's like, we want all the phones here, none of the phones here, all the phones here.
Yeah.
This is an all the phone here zone.
Yeah.
Do everything you can to encourage sharing and checking in. consider offering a discount in the store, a small one, like say, $5 off of purchase of $50 or more, whatever. Whatever. Figure it out. Figure out what your threshold is. But yeah, do everything you can to encourage liking and sharing in your store. Maybe have a hashtag that people can use trivially.
Yeah. Stuff
like that. You really want that. But at the same time, discourage price comparisons and comparison shopping.
Yeah.
If you have those totally non-exclusive items, like we were talking about, the unique-ish and rare-ish, unusual, I guess we'd say, but not totally unique, make sure it's difficult for them to price compare. Because your prices are going to be higher than Amazon's or probably other stores.
Yeah.
That's the nature of the beast. You can't help that. It's a physical location.
Right.
You don't do the quantity they do. It's going to be more expensive. And what you want to avoid is what's known as showrooming, which is when people see something cool in your store, look it up, and buy it online from someone else.
Yeah.
You don't want to be someone else's showroom.
No.
So if you use barcodes, make sure they're your barcodes, because Amazon and similar apps have the ability to read barcodes and find them on their site. Make sure they're your barcodes, your system. You're not going to be able to compete on price. Instead, here's the thing to always remember what you're doing with a gift shop. And this is the dirty, ugly truth. This is the greed is good moment of this podcast. You are not offering a value to your customers. Not really.
No.
Everything you sell would be cheaper if it didn't have your logo.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't have your logo, it would probably be cheaper elsewhere. You're not offering a value. What you're doing is you are exploiting a very happy and semi-captive audience. What happens when people leave a haunt and they're all smiles and they're giggling and their adrenaline's still kind of hanging in there a little bit, and they're amped, but they're having fun and they're smiling, they're hanging with their friends or their family, they're having a good time, and they walk into your gift shop, magic hour. That's it.
Yeah.
You riding high and collecting dollars on that high. That's what you're doing. It's how theme parks work.
Yeah.
It's how, frankly, it's how sporting venues work when selling food and merch there.
Yeah.
You've got people when they're happy.
Yeah, I was just thinking that gift shops should also include scents, like pumpkin pie candles or something. So that whenever you go in there, you continue that happy, because if you include happy smells...
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Sorry, I hadn't seen it, but I just was
No, that's a great idea. I don't think we've actually been to a gift shop that did that.
No.
I'm trying to think if any of the haunted house gift shops we've been to actually had anything scented in it. I don't recall any.
They don't have anything scented, and scents are one of those memory things. So if the next time somebody smells that candle, they're going to remember your gift shop.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, just think about that. You're taking advantage of people's high from after they went to your haunt.
Yeah.
Use that.
Exactly. And for clarity, I'm not saying to sell the candles. I'm just saying to, make the gift shop
Well, you
smell
could also
nice.
sell the candles, too.
You could. But just make it smell nice.
And finally, don't forget drinks and snacks.
Yeah.
Okay. You probably, likely have a separate concession stand.
Yeah. Which is fine.
Which is fine. It's great. You can do a lot more with a concession stand than you can do in a gift shop.
Yes.
A gift shop, you're basically limited to a tiny refrigerator selling sodas and a couple bags of chips, probably.
Yeah, candy bars.
And candy bars or whatever, right? Here's the thing. You can't really cannibalize yourself that much here. If somebody wants a hot dog or a popcorn or whatever, they're going to go to the concession stand.
Yeah.
But if someone is just vaguely hungry and doesn't know what they want, or is thirsty and needs a soda, don't make them go to a second location. No. Give them what they want right then, right there, and they are easy impulse buys. Cans of soda from Sam's Club, which is not actual wholesaling. Right. It's like that weird gray area between wholesaling and retailing. It's bizarre. Yeah. Is around 28 to 33 cents a can. You sell them for $1. Yeah. Boom. You know what I mean? Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Chips are about the same way. And this keeps customers happy, because what you want to avoid are customers who leave because they're thirsty or they're hungry.
Yeah, we've done that before.
We have.
And that's because we travel quite a long ways for a lot of the haunts we go to.
And people are probably doing that for yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so if I travel, say, 45 minutes to get to your haunt,
Yeah.
I'm probably thirsty. I'm probably a little snacky.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're in a more rural area with nothing around you, you definitely want to capitalize on that.
Oh, God. If I don't even know where the nearest Waffle House is, or Huddle House, or whatever the hell house is in your area.
Heck, put cotton candy and smell in the line as they go in and popcorn as they come out.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this just helps keep customers happy and helps keep them on site, too.
Yeah.
So they can keep spending more money.
Exactly.
Real fast, we've only got a few more minutes. We're actually pushing time, but not too bad. Some examples of good haunt gift shops we've seen. Mm-hmm. Netherworld, I think, has one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Because not only and this was admittedly at their old location, we don't know what they're doing with the new one, but it looks about the same in the photos I've seen. Mm-hmm. But they had not just a kick-ass gift shop with a lot of unusual and unique items, but it was also right where the 5-minute escape room was.
Yeah.
That's a clever upsell. That room got a lot of extra money out of us.
Yeah, it did. It did.
We bought the lock, we bought the witch thing you're talking about, bought a t-shirt, did the 5-minute escape game.
Yeah.
I think we probably spent about $120 in there.
Probably.
On top of the tickets.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I don't think that's an exaggeration.
No.
For a smaller, well, it's not really a small haunt, but
no,
it's not. It's Camp Blood. Mm-hmm. This is near Atlanta. They're where you got the doll from.
Yes, it is.
Basically, they had, in addition to the standard merch booth, they were separate things, which I thought was a little weird.
Right.
But it was still cool because they had a lady that made custom Annabelle-style dolls, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, basically messed up baby dolls that she did, and got to meet her and talk to her about it and how she did it, and it was great because she was there to sell.
A great example of something you cannot buy anywhere else.
Yeah, no, they were cash only, but they had an ATM on site.
Yeah, still,
it was a little. It almost lost me.
Almost.
Yeah.
That's the one thing to improve there. Hell's Gate, though, was kick-ass.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah, Hell's Gate was amazing. Yeah. That's where you saw the $350 dead specimen box.
Yeah.
But they had a ton of neat stuff. And because of it's Hell's Gate, and they have the key and lock theme.
Right.
Lots of lock and key things for me.
Right.
It made me happy. Great merch, though, also. Wide variety of merchandise there.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird because they had such a great gift shop there, but in Zombie Army at the prison was less good.
Yeah.
They were more just straightforward merch.
Yeah. But no, Hell's Gate,
it was gorgeous.
It was a good thing that they weren't local or that we hadn't driven, because I would have spent all of our money.
Yeah, we would have been bankrupt. Go to bankruptcy, goes, oh, why is it you're bankrupt, Mr. Bailey and Miss Ramey? Well, you see, Your Honor, Hell's Gate was too close to the house.
Exactly. I bought all the dead things for the house.
And the office, and the other house we don't have yet.
Working on it.
All right. I would also say Rise is a good example of a haunt that's really improved their gift shop and their presence. Yeah. They had a very small merch booth at one point that was not very accessible. They have expanded it. They now have a walk-through building. They have a few odds and ends knickknacks. This was last year. They opened it up for the first time.
Oh, right. Yeah, they did. Sorry, I'm so used to the other.
No, they actually had, it was in the middle building right next to the concession stand in the bathrooms.
Yes.
There was a very nice little walkthrough thing, lots of t-shirt racks and some cool stuff.
Yeah.
They were still filling it out. It looked a little empty, but they were rapidly improving it.
They were. And the poor lady that was there by herself working.
And the darkness has to get a kudos here, even though their merch was up 20,000 fucking steps. Oh my God. If you have an Apple Watch, start an exercise.
Yeah.
Not
so
kidding.
I think that might be the only nice thing you've said about the darkness.
Well, it had a wide variety of movie related stuff and not just.
Well, they had like the museum part before the actual.
And then they had some odds and ends that they sold, and then they had the merch section. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best part of the darkness, leaving. Oh, that sounds way worse than I intended it, but it's true. But no, the point of the matter is it was a pretty cool gift shop.
Yeah. And 13th Gate is working on theirs. Theirs is more of a merch booth, though.
Yeah.
But they've started adding local artists things to it.
Yeah. Well, they need to add more space to it if they're really going to make it work. They have a concession stand style.
Yeah.
They don't have all the room in the world.
Exactly.
Which is one of the disappointments is when they knocked out Necropolis and put in the carnival area. Okay. But they didn't expand the gift shop.
Yeah, it didn't make it an actual own building.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there they didn't take. I'm thinking about that now. It kind of seems kind of silly.
Yeah.
Oh well, neither here nor there.
No.
Well, that's all we have for now. Hopefully, if you're looking at planning or filling out a gift shop, something in this is helpful.
Yes.
Because, like I said, that's putting my marketing background to some kind of use.
Right.
Well, on that note, everyone, thank you very much for spending the past hour with us. By the time you hear this, we will be either on the way or in Galveston, probably.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Houston or Galveston area and are available Tuesday night or perhaps Wednesday day, let us know.
Yes.
We would love to meet up, exchange some ideas, have a chat. Like I said, we've got a little bit of free time, but not much. The trip's filling up fast, so let us know quickly.
Yeah.
This has been Haunt Weekly, episode 190, all about gift shop blues. You can find us at hauntweekly.com. We are Haunt Weekly on Twitter, Haunt Weekly on Facebook. YouTube.com/hauntweekly is the YouTube channel where all previous episodes are available for easy listening. And finally, you can find us on Google Play, iTunes, and Stitcher. Until next time, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And we will return to you next week, hopefully with an interview from Galveston and a bunch of other cool stuff. So stay tuned. Some interesting stuff is coming down the pipe. We will see you guys next time.
Thanks, Roberta.